Hey guys! Isn't getting rid of sugar cravings the hardest thing you have to do? I think I struggle with it every day. It's so difficult. Yesterday I was at home hanging out and I thought, I'm so lazy today, what am I gonna do? I am hanging out on my couch thinking, I'm just gonna have a lazy day. I'm not going to do anything. So I go onto my Postmates and I go to the 7-Eleven thinking, what am I gonna do to satisfy my cravings? And I come across the candy aisle. Out of all the candies I choose Gushers. Do you guys remember Gushers?
Introducing new Fruitomic Punch Gushers with a taste that's gonna drive you fruity. It's very, very different.
It has the creamy, sweet filling inside. So good. These Gushers. Look, I think something will come out of it. See that gooiness that's coming out? And then when you bite into it, all of the creamy, sweet gooiness rushes out of your mouth. Well, this has 13 grams of added sugar per 12 pieces. Are you excited, Magic? And it just bursts into your mouth. It just bursts into your mouth. Magic loves it. So 13 grams of sugar every 12 pieces that you eat. That is so good. I ended up ordering a package, and it was really good. It was so good that I finished half of the package. But we all know sugar is not good for us. And if you don't know already, sugar feeds into the same pathway in your brain as if you were a drug addict, as if you were taking some heroin, some cocaine, or if you were having sex. It floods the brain with a lot of dopamine, and it makes you feel good. It's the pleasure hormone. It makes you feel happy, satisfied. It just makes you feel good altogether. And the problem with eating sugar excessively over time every day is that if you flood your body with dopamine consistently over time, and then all of a sudden one day you stop flooding the body with dopamine, meaning you stop eating sugar, you can experience actual withdrawal symptoms as if you're a drug addict or as if you're an addict to sugar. So what do these symptoms feel like? You'll start to have anxiety, some depression. You'll be very irritable, and then you'll have some brain fog, like you can't think straight. And then it can even make you more impulsive, like you just want to eat more and you just want to go to the kitchen and just eat when you're not even hungry. So all of these symptoms occur because your body is saying, I want more dopamine. And then you end up reaching for that next item of sugar that your body doesn't need. So it's like a habitual habit that you get into that is almost unstoppable because you've become a sugar addict. Did you know that people who are going through sobriety from being drug addicts, when they're coming off of alcohol or drugs, the few days coming off of the alcohol or drugs, they will have intense cravings for sugary foods. And I experienced this at the hospital when I was taking care of drug addicts. We were consistently feeding them lots of fruit juices. They were asking for cups and cups and cups of fruit juices because for some reason, those fruit juices would make their body feel a little bit better. It was giving them the small doses of dopamine rush that they needed. So I know we all love sugar, and it's such a good feeling when you're eating it and it's in your mouth and it just gives you this immediate rush. But it's not good for us, and we need to cut back on it and to have some self-control. And I go through this every day where I will drink a cup of coffee and I'll think to myself, do I need the added sugar in the coffee, or should I just drink black coffee? Or what if I'm drinking black coffee? Should I drink the black coffee with some dessert? Or when I'm going to the grocery store and I'm walking down the aisle that has all of my favorite ice cream, should I pick up the box of ice cream and have it sitting in my freezer? And I don't, because I don't have self-control if it's in my freezer, so I end up not buying it. And then what about, I don't know, there's just so many delicious sweet items out there. And we all know that the sugar in our body doesn't just come from sugar itself. It can come from pastas, breads, and cereals. Because when pastas, breads, and cereals are broken down in our body, it breaks down into sugar. And it plays the same role as it does as if you were to eat a bag of sugar. So it's just as bad for us. And so we will go through these symptoms of sugar withdrawal if we would stop eating sugary items, sugary drinks, pasta, breads, and etc. So the reason why I'm saying this to you is I'm sharing my struggle with you. I have to remind myself every day, don't eat sugar. I will go through the withdrawal process if I eat sugar, and on top of that, I will have to struggle with having to lose weight and we know the long-term effects of having too much sugar, right? Sugar has been linked to other diseases like arthritis, autoimmune diseases, heart disease, diabetes. So alongside these chronic diseases, I don't want them. So I really, really try to limit my sugar. And I hope that I can inspire you to either cut it out of your daily schedule, limit it to the lowest possible amount, or just give yourself a treat, like maybe once a week. Because if you're in the same boat as me, sometimes I need a reminder, or sometimes I just need someone to push me over the edge and saying,
stop it, stop eating so much sugar.
So my recommendation to you and myself is, number one, just try to completely cut it out from your diet. I don't know how, but just remind yourself every day, you don't need it, try to cut it out. Number two, read all of your labels. Read all of the labels that you buy food from that comes in a box or a bottle. Anything that says added sugars, I typically don't like to eat items that have like more than 1 to 3 grams of added sugars per serving. And if I were to eat one serving, let's just say like 3 grams of sugar per one serving, I try not to reach at least 10 grams of sugar per day. Because once you're hitting like 20, 30, 40 grams of sugar per day, it's not good for you. Number 3, just be mindful of the foods that you eat when you go out, because if a food tastes sweet to you, more than likely there's added sugar. And we don't know how much sugar they're adding to the foods. So just be mindful of how often you eat out. I try to eat out as much as I can at home. I try to eat whole foods, whole fruits, whole vegetables, organic meats. And you might question, what about fruits? Don't they have a lot of sugar in it? But apparently when you have fruits that have sugar in it with fiber, the fiber helps slow down the digestion of sugar, so it doesn't affect you the same way. It doesn't cause the body to have bursts of sugar and your body not be able to utilize the sugar as fast as it should. And then another helpful chart that you can use is the glycemic index chart. If you go online and look at the glycemic index, look at items that have low glycemic index. If it has a low glycemic index, it's basically telling you that these items, they are gradually absorbed by the body, and it will not cause bursts of sugar rush in the body, which means there won't be bursts of dopamine rush, and it gradually breaks down so that you do not have withdrawal symptoms like I had mentioned earlier, and your body will be able to utilize all the sugar gradually. And then lastly, my advice to you and advice to myself, I just have to think of the life that I want. What type of life do you want? Do you want to feel tired all of the time? Do you want to have these sugar withdrawal symptoms? Do you want to be at a healthy weight? Do you want these chronic diseases that can develop later in life if you continue to have high doses of sugar every day of your life? So all in all, I caved into my sugar craving today. However, I'm not going to finish the packet even though I finished half of it. And I'm going to try to lay off the sugar tomorrow. Magic agrees, right? Lay off the sugar, right, Magic? No more sugar. And I hope that I influenced you to cut back on your sugar intake. Let's all get healthy together and strive to be more energetic individuals so that tomorrow I can get up and go to the gym and really take charge of my day and stop being a lazy person. All right, well, stay healthy, guys. Bye.